very multi-passionate girly. A little pimple here. What's this called? We don't want that. TikTok shop has my heart. Do either your hair, your makeup. Gorgeous. Hey queen, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with a friend, and comment something nice for the girlies to see, because let's be real, this channel is for the girlies. Today we're going to be doing something very, very different. Yes, I am already wearing makeup, but we are going to rewind a little bit, about like 20 minutes earlier, and I'm going to show you my gym makeup routine that literally stays all day. It's sweat proof, it is waterproof, and it's going to last you for a long time, because I feel like a lot of the times we do want to wear makeup, or we want to feel a little bit more put together, and makeup is a really, really good way to go about, you know, feeling a little bit more put together. But you know, we also don't want to sweat off all of our hard work. So if you are a girly who loves to feel put together by putting on makeup, watch this video, because you're absolutely gonna love it. I wear this every single day in, day out, whether I'm in the gym, whether I'm not in the gym. It's very easy to kind of like touch up after the gym session. So if you sweat, for example, a lot like myself, you can literally just get some wipes and then redo the base very, very simply without having to have foundation or brushes with you. I am going to walk you through what I usually do to get this makeup look. But before I do, again, a little disclaimer, you do not have to wear makeup to the gym. I merely wear it because I love it, and I feel like it is such a great part of my morning routine. It is the thing that gets me out of bed. So basically when I wake up, I get out of bed, wash my face, start oil pulling, do my makeup, and then I brush my teeth, put my clothes on, and then I'm ready for the day. It is a way for me to get myself going for the day. It is a way for me to tell my brain, hey, actually, you know, we're ready for the day. And it's just such a great way to feel more put together, because I don't necessarily do a lot with my hair. I hang out in gym clothes most of the time, so you know, out of those three, like outfit, hair, and makeup, I choose makeup, and I choose putting on a perfume. But with that, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Let's get into today's video, where I show you all of what I do for my face every single day to feel pretty and look pretty. Good morning! Hello! Before we get into it, I just have to put a disclaimer out there. I am not by any means a makeup artist, but I did have a makeup YouTube channel when I was 13, using my dad's handycam and my mum's makeup. So I am kind of sort of qualified, and I just absolutely love makeup. With that said, let's get straight into today's makeup look, which is going to start off by doing some skincare. So I usually use the Simple SPF face cream. Honestly, it is one of the easiest things to use. Let me just try to adjust my little mirror so I can actually see what I'm doing. So this is one of the simplest face creams that I could find. I feel like it just works so well with my skin. It keeps me hydrated, because I have like a very weird combination skin where it's dry on the top layers, but it's quite greasy on the bottom. So this is like a really nice and hydrating base. Oh, and then I basically mix it together with the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I use medium glow. This is just to give you a beautiful glowy base. And I'm going to say this right off the bat, I am not a concealer girly, I am not a foundation girly. I've never really used a foundation at all in my whole life. I just genuinely feel like if I have a pimple, I'd rather let it breathe than cover it up so it doesn't get, you know, infected, whatever. And then the Lumi Glotion is just going to help even out my skin a little bit more. Honestly, growing up, like, I used to use concealer to cover things up, but I just found it so hard to find my shade. Plus, my skin changes, like my skin tone changes so much when it comes to the shade that it's in, because the moment sunlight, UV rays just hit my face, I start getting a tan. Like, I can tan very, very easily. So I was like, you know what, this is just not worth it for me. So yes, as you can see, I already have a little pimple here. I just don't care. Okay, I just don't care, because no one is going to notice your blemishes more than you. So for me, I genuinely think that the Lumi Glotion is like such a good way to like even out my skin tone, or sometimes I might use a BB cream, but not for the gym, because I don't want to sweat it off. And this is another thing, like especially if you're very, very active, like by using foundation, you're putting an extra layer on yourself, and the moment you start sweating in the gym, like I sweat a lot, you're going to sweat that off. okay? You're gonna sweat that off, it's gonna become streaky, it might like clump up. We don't want that. That is exactly why I usually start off with like a little combination of doing some skincare, SPF, you know, Lumi Glotion. I don't generally do too much to my skin. That is how we're looking. This is the base, so we're going to let that sit for a little bit before we do anything else for our face, and then we're going to go into our brows. Honestly, like if I could choose only 2 things to do on my face, and if I could only do 2 things to my makeup, I would choose to do my brows and my lashes, because I feel like that is just the centerpiece of your whole face. So for this, I use a pomade and a little like dual-ended brush. So I just brush my brow hairs into place, and I have the Revolution Dark Brown Brow Pomade right here. I use an angled brush, and I basically just fill in my brows. I do like a dramatic brow look. I feel like I'm still stuck in like the early 2010s where people loved to fill in their brows a lot, but what I basically try to do now is make it a little bit lighter, but still, you know, a little bit more bushy. Who would have thought, honestly, that bushy brows would be a thing? I used to basically pluck my brow hairs so much when I was a child. It's crazy. Like, it took me years and years and years to sort of like grow it back, and now look at it, beautiful. So what I usually do is I start by applying the product at the end, and then what's left over I bring to the front without filling it in too much in the front, so it's not like, you know, fully drawn in. I'm really not about that drawn in brow look. I don't know about you, but like sometimes my brows just like grow so much and so fast. I like to trim them sometimes, but one of them grows faster than the other. I'm sometimes struggling with like uneven lengths of brow hairs, which is not ideal, but hey, here we are. I absolutely love feeling put together. Like for me, putting on makeup every single morning means that I'm getting ready. So even if I wear something that is more comfortable and I'm working from home, which happens most of the days, like I still put on makeup. I still want to put it on because it just makes me feel put together. I don't know where I heard it, but there's a saying of like, even if you're having a really, really bad day, at least do 1 out of 3. So at least do either your hair, your makeup, or your outfit. And I am true believer that it works wonderfully. It just makes you feel like so much more ready for the day. And it helps me can like wake up and spend some time with myself and on myself every single morning. That is the brows filled in. I have been obsessed with TikTok Shop, right? I bought myself the ByEllie brow shape, which is basically a really nice clear gel that dries down clear too, and it honestly just gives you the nicest hold. Like, I've been testing out so many different brow gels. Honestly, just keep going back to the ByEllie, and this is the second pot that I've got from them. So what I'll do is I'll basically roll this little spoolie in the middle. There's a hole there, and then once you have covered your spoolie with the product, you basically want to go in and brush up your brows and then put them into the shape that you want them to be. So again, I am starting at the end of the brows because that is where I usually tend to struggle the most in keeping the shape. And then I move on to the other side. Again, I don't know why, my brows on each side of my face just really don't. They are not cooperative. They don't act the same. Basically, most of my time when I'm doing makeup, I spend it on my brows. And by the way, I usually do this routine in my bathroom. So immediately after doing my brows, I rinse out the spoolie because it gets disgusting. And then all you have to do is literally just like drag the little hairs into place. And then afterwards, if at any point I feel like, okay, there's a gap, I don't like to go in again with the pomade. Like I generally don't like to go in. So I have an e.l.f. brow pen or brow pencil that I use to fill in the gaps. But I think today is a good brow day. And then last but not least, I flip this little wand around and press down. So they're all stuck to my face. There you go. brows all done. And now that we've done the brows, we're gonna let that sit, and I'm actually going to grab some lip balm because we're gonna be doing lips. My lips just get so dry so quick every single winter. And then we're going to move on to my other favorite part of my makeup routine, which is blush. And depending on like what mood I'm in, I alternate between quite a few different shades and quite a few different products, but every single time I go back to the Made by Mitchell cream blushes, it honestly is just absolutely amazing. And we are going to be using Sweet Cheeks. I was very much so like a peachy girly when it came to blush, but the reason why I went back to using pink is because apparently it brings out the green in my eyes a little bit more. So what I usually do is I just dab my brush onto the blusher itself, and then I pat it into my skin. Today we're gonna be going for that cutesy like sun-kissed glow kind of look. Most of the time I would put my blush up here and on my eye slightly, but today we are going to keep it to the center of the face. And yes, I know it looks like a lot, I 100% am aware, but if you blend it enough, it's going to look more natural. If you are using like a foundation, especially, just tap the product into your skin instead of dragging it around because you don't want your makeup to drag underneath. Obviously don't use like a lot of product on my skin, so I don't have to dab it. We are going to move on to my lashes. I like to do things a little bit differently. So basically, whenever it comes to cream products, like I like to let it sit and set on my face a little bit before I put anything on top. So I usually do like a weird order. Like I start with skin, then my brows, then my face, cream products, and then I move into doing my lashes and my eye makeup. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just curl my lashes, and we're going to use a waterproof mascara, because if you are a sweaty girl like myself, or if you have very long lashes that do not hold their shape even if you curl them, you need a waterproof mascara. So I'm using the Maybelline, the Falsies lash lift. Honestly, I just rotate through any sort of like volumizing or lengthening mascaras from Maybelline. They have the only waterproof mascara that doesn't pull my lashes down, because when I tell you that when I use normal mascara on my lashes, like it just like goes from like being straight to flopping down. We are just going to do coat number 1, the bottom lashes too, very lightly with the remainder, and then we're going to do the other side too. Oh my god, today they actually ended up being equal, but sometimes I make the mistake of like over curling this one and then it like flops back so it doesn't look as long. But today it looks kind of good. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to go back in with the mascara later down the line once this is all dried down, because I do love a dramatic lash effect. I've never worn false lashes only for competitions, and this is why. This is why. Now that we've done the lashes, we're going to let the mascara sit there for a bit and move on to highlighter. Don't judge me. I've had this Makeup Academy highlighter for literal years. It still has product in it, okay? It still has product in it, so I am going to use it, and you can tell me nothing. I usually alternate between either using my fingers or a brush, and I just put it on the high points of my cheek. It just gives you like a really nice sort of like natural glow. I really do love looking dewy and glowy in the gym. It genuinely, or just in real life, honestly, like in regular life, it just makes me feel healthy. This is the next step that I do. I just take a little bit of extra product and I put it on the bridge of my nose and on the tip of my nose. Again, see, this is a very simple makeup routine that I have been doing for literal years. Sometimes I change the products out, but you know, there's no need to sort of like change up your routine all the time. And then last but not least, for highlight and kind of like shimmer, we're gonna be going in with Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife, because I love gold. I'm a die-hard gold girly. We are going to take our little fingers and we're going to add it to our inner corners to give that sort of like pop. And then what's left on our fingers, we are going to pat on the top of our highlight. We don't want it to be too dramatic. We want it to wear normally in public, but we still do want the extra kick, because who doesn't love being shiny? See, I'm just a girl. I love freaking glittery things. So now that we have done that, this is how the eyes are looking. I'm going to show you my little trick for getting the perfect winged eyeliner. I'm going to take the Rimmel Scandal Eyes. Again, this is a long-lasting long-lasting eyeliner, and I have it in 002 Chocolate Brown because I gave up on a black eyeliner a long time ago. And basically what I'm going to do is I'll roughly draw in a wing. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's literally just going to be a rough draft of a wing. And then before the product sets, we're going to take an angled brush and we're going to drag it out, smudge it out a bit to make it look a little bit less offensive and to shape it into the shape that we want it to be. This is honestly the easiest way to get equal wings on both sides. It can like softens the look a little bit too. And don't get me wrong, like I sometimes use liquid liner or felt tip liner, but I keep going back to this one because it just like softens out the look so much and it doesn't move around no matter how sweaty I get during my sessions. And if you need more product, by the way, all you have to do is just draw in a little bit more. That's literally it. This is the eye makeup. Almost fully done. We're just gonna do one more layer of mascara. So yeah, I'm just gonna do another layer of mascara. I'm going to do a very ladylike thing and just wipe away my lip, what's this called? My lip balm. And we're going to move on to lip liners. Peaches and cream lip liners are going to be taking part in today's action. These are quite like neutral and nude. Some of them are way too dark for me, but my two favorites are Feline and Praline. So we're going to go with something that's a little bit more pinky today, actually. We're gonna go with Feline because Praline is a little bit more kind of like nudie, and we're literally just going to draw that in. I really hate when like I have like dry skin on my lips. I should have exfoliated it, but hey ho. We're only going to the gym, no one cares. We're not gonna be kissed by our boyfriend. Just overlining the Cupid's bow a tiny little bit. And I think the reason why I absolutely love this, by the way, is because it is like my own lip colour, but a little bit better. So I just hit in the bottom and then let that set. And while that is setting, because we're going to do one more step on my lips, but while that is setting, I'm going to go ahead and get my setting spray because we want our makeup to stay all day. We are going to be using the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Mist. I just got a bundle of 4 of them and honestly, they're amazing. Like, I got all 4 different kinds of setting mists that they have. It's absolutely amazing. I alternate between Wee Cherie, the matte one, the purple one, and this one. Today we're going for a glowy look, so this is gonna be controversial what I'm gonna do next, but hear me out. Basically, sometimes I feel like this just makes me look greasy. So once this has dried down, what I'm gonna do is I'll go in with powder again and a little bit more highlighter on top of it so it actually sticks. I know that I am not wearing foundation, and setting sprays, generally speaking, can help sort of like set the foundation and the powder together, make it look a little bit more natural. If you're wearing something matte, it can give you a glow, but because we are not wearing foundation, right, we're just wearing like a very luminous base, we don't want to look shiny. See? We don't want to look shiny. So what I'm gonna do is once this has dried down, before I even go in with the powder, I'm going to take my highlighter again and just dab it on top while it's a little bit sticky, because you can't have enough highlighter. This has dried down a little bit, so I'm just going to go in with a translucent powder. You can use whatever translucent powder you want to, and I'm going to dab it on my forehead, down my nose, next to my nose, on my chin, basically in my T-zone. We're not going to touch any other part of our face because we want it to keep shining, keep glowing. Now, the middle is matte, but you still get the beautiful highlight on the side, which makes me super happy because this is what we wanted. And then last but not least, because I do love a cute glossy lip, you can honestly just like leave your lip like it is right now, but I'm going to use the NYX Fat Oil in, I think this is linked in my bio. Link in my bio. It's so beautiful. Such a pretty colour. Again, very nude, not too much. Gorgeous. Makeup's ready. This is basically how my makeup looks like. This is my makeup routine for the gym. Fully sweat proof, honestly. If you just like let it sit on your face all day, even after the gym, obviously like please do wash your face after the gym, but like it's such an easy routine. You don't have to worry about sweating all of your foundation off. You don't have to worry about sort of like having to take off your whole face makeup after your gym session. You can literally just like lightly dab your face, use like a face cloth, and then reapply the base so easily. I feel like a lot of the times girlies overcomplicate this. I feel like a lot of the times we tend to just like think, oh, I have to like put on a lot of makeup, oh, I have to, you know, like take it all off after the gym. You don't. You can leave your brows, you can leave your eyes. All you have to do is just redo the base, even if you don't have time after, which is a little bit nasty, but I know we have those days. Even if you don't have time after, it's going to stay all day. I can tell you for a fact. The only thing that you're probably gonna have to reapply is your lips. With that, thank you so much for watching. It's really lovely to have you here, and that I could get back to sort of just doing makeup on YouTube. This is so cool. I've never thought that this day would come again, because I started YouTube when I was 13. I started uploading makeup videos with my mum's makeup, right? And it was so bad, and I got bullied for it so much, so I deleted that channel. And then at the age of I think 15, I started a new channel, which is still somewhere out there. Then I got back to YouTube, and again I got bullied for it, and then I got back to YouTubing when I got to uni in London. So, you know, all of them were very different, and I started out in makeup, then I wanted to do like a rant lifestyle channel, and then I got into fitness and I just fell in love with it. But you know, I still have passions elsewhere, like when it comes to makeup, or when it comes to raving, or writing courses, or, you know, I'm a very multi-passionate girly, and I love learning new things. I love spending time on myself, and I love sort of like just doing things that make me happy, and makeup definitely does make me happy. So thank you so much for tagging along for today's video. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. You're absolutely amazing. If you haven't yet, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with a friend, and comment something down below for the girlies. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up here, head to the gym, and I'll see you later. Bye!